Hello everyone, this is Matthew Vadney, your child's ELA teacher. I just have some very basic introductory information about using Google Chrome, accessing your student's account, things of that nature, just really basic stuff. As you can see, this is my desktop, not the most exciting desktop I know. And down in the toolbar is the symbol for Google Chrome, and you're going to want to use Google Chrome in order to access all the features that we're using with your child. Because remember, whatever your child does on the Chromebooks at school, they can do the exact same thing at home. And that's ideal because it helps them use whatever tools that come along with the Google Chrome. Those tools are called extensions, but we'll get back to that in a separate video. Okay, so you're at home, right? And you and your child want to access their account. So you open up Google Chrome, and if you don't have Google Chrome, just research it on the internet. You can even be funny and use Yahoo, and just put in Google Chrome. It is a browser. It is free. It's a free download. And once you launch it, it's something that you log into to access things like Gmail and all the features, especially the online cloud features, such as storing documents and pictures and links to videos and presentations. Okay, so we launched Google Chrome. I'm going to use a shade to get rid of the distracting stuff, and it'll start off with this starting page. Now up here I'm already logged in, but up here, and it's very easy to miss, there's going to be it'll say Gmail. It'll have what I like to call the waffle menu. Others some kids call it the keyboard, which makes sense. It kind of looks like a keyboard. An alert symbol, and once you log in, there's a picture. Okay, I've already logged in. I'm going to switch accounts, and if you have more than one account on your Chrome browser, like you can have your own Gmail account, or your child will have their own account, you can toggle in between these by adding them on. I'm going to switch to one that involves using this kts-ttlc.org. That is the domain that students use, and when they use that domain, they can access Google Classroom and their Google Calendar. So that's why and it allows me to access their Google Calendar. So that's why I make a point to have this. But I can post assignments using my regular TTLC Gmail account. Okay, so now I'm in. All right, so some of the basics. How would you log into your child's account? Well, if you look into their binder, we posted in their binder a piece of paper, and I taped it in with packaging tape, their account, which is the first letter of their first name, their last name, at kts-ttlc.org. That's their address. And their password is there. Now, if you don't see that, you can message me and I can send you their login information. Now, when we want to access anything, we click on the waffle menu and, well, we can't see it all. Okay, so as you can see, there's account information. They can access setting. They will have a Gmail account and a Drive. Now, when you go to Drive, you can access all of these accounts or tools. They call this the Google Suite or the G Suite. If you click on more, you'll actually see more, like posting photos, forms, things you want to keep, doing clouds. Some of the more familiar things, sheets are spreadsheets. Slides are like the online version of PowerPoint. Google Plus is sort of like a social networking thing, which, for the most part, nobody uses. Okay? And that's just how life is, right? So when you click on Google Drive, your child can access all their documents, and when you do that, you can do that yourself. You can access all their documents. Okay, and okay, let me see what this is. All right. Safe storage for all your files. That's lovely. I have a different drive. I mean, if I showed my the account that I use to post assignments for kids, there would be files here. Okay. Now, when you click on my drive, whenever you click on New, that's when you can create folders to organize all the documents you're making. Upload files, obviously, or upload a folder. Google Docs is the online version of Word. It's a word processing tool, okay? And when you go to the arrow, you can either do a blanklet or you can start from a template. If you just click there, it goes to Google Doc. And a lot of the tools that your kids are going to use are going to be extensions for Google Doc. There's, again, Sheets, which is sort of like a spreadsheet. That'll help with math. Google Slides is like I said, an online version of PowerPoint. If you click on More, they get Google Forms. That's what teachers use to create tests and surveys. That's the surveys you've been getting from me. I make those from these. Google Drawing is a pretty awesome drawing thing. I've used it to create graphic organizers. Your kids can do the same. It's just as flexible as Inspiration. And these can also be embedded in a Google Doc. So these can go anywhere else. Google My Maps, I guess that's it. And Google Sites is where kids can make their own web pages. And that's something that they might explore in high school. I really don't see quite the need for that for middle school. Okay. So that's the basics for getting online. Some other things is if we go to our mail, let's go to our mail, all right? This is where, look at all the people who've shared assignments with me. Google Calendar notification, essays and conjunctions, Monday, November 13th. Oh my goodness. And that is in reference to the Google Calendar. So I'm going to click on the waffle menu, going to go to Calendar. And this is the calendar. Your kids have a calendar called Middle School Students Calendar 2017-2018. And just as last year when kids had a paper planner, this is essentially operating as their paper planner. And, the teacher will say, okay, well, you have a test next week. We have to enter in an event, and we're going to make a notification, and that notification can either show up at their Gmail account, or they can, it'll be a pop-up here, coming as a pop-up. So I always tell the kids it's always best to go by the week or the month. Oh, look at that. So you can print that out. There's another easier way to see all their assignments, but I'll get into that when I discuss Google Classroom. But when you click on week, that shows them. So, for example, this is an essay that the 7th graders have due. I don't see any other assignments this week. That's great. Let's try next week. Oh, look at that. They have a checkup in science. Okay, groovy. And then we go further. The science project due is on the 28th. So this is how you can access their calendar. We're going to, for a while, have kids print out their week at a glance so that you can see it, and they'll have it in their front pocket of their binder. All they have to do is they right-click on their keypad or their mouse and just go to print, and it will print this page. But like I said, there's another feature in Google Classroom that makes this a lot easier. Okay, well that's just a general introduction to your student's Gmail account and the G Suite access they have. We'll get into the other tools such as Google Docs, using extensions like Read and Write and Talking Comment, and other tools in other videos. I hope this was helpful. Let me just zero out. I hope this was helpful, and we will proceed to the next video. Take care.